It's a blast from Martin's authentic past. It's amazing what can be found in the warehouse at times. We're going to tell you all about this really cool guitar. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas, and you can find us on the web at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, you can visit the spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. So this is what we call a fortunate find. And we've had some of those in the past from Martin. Sometimes they'll just, you wonder, how big is the warehouse that things are just there? This is one of those things. It's a new old stock instrument.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a discontinued instrument. And now that we've played it, we're both kind of going, why?
Yeah.
Because it's really awesome. It is a authentic 1919 0030. And it's got some very cool backstory, some very cool specs. And besides all of that, it sounds amazing.
Yeah. This is kind of what we live for, like secret finds, cool stuff. And our buddy Colin from Martin emailed us and was like, hey, we found this. And it wasn't even like, do y'all want it? It was just like, we found this. Isn't that cool? And I was like, let's
and
do
it.
it.
Win.
Yeah. And this was kind of put out at a time when there was a little more variation in the authentic series. And I would like there to be more variation now because the D18, D28, those are both fantastic. But this is like something that there's no way they would make now a 0030 standard, especially 12 fret kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But for an authentic, for a year that is definitely pre-war,
pre-dreadnought,
it's awesome. So this thing, brand new. In the box, still got the plastic on everything. It's pretty awesome to play.
Now, if you follow our channel for any period of time, you'll know that we had a similar situation with a bunch of new old stock stuff where we got kind of the mother load, if you will. And so it's really neat when effectively stuff that's just been sitting in the warehouse but still new becomes available. And I think you and I are of the agreement, I'd like to see this back in production, honestly. Yeah. It's such a unique, cool throwback of an instrument.
Yeah.
It is something different than what's currently in the authentic lineup. And, I don't think many people have had a chance to play a guitar like this. Now, you said how many were originally probably made in 1919?
I was reading some stuff that said many people think there was one, and then they potentially found record that a second one had been shipped out. But really, there's one true original that they could base this off of. And the style 30, obviously everybody knows 28, 35, but style 30's
been lost to history.
It's lost to history. And there's very cool kind of, adornments that go along with it, with this very kind of multicolor purfling line, and then also reflected on the back strip. And it's not like the style 45 mosaic type thing. It's its own thing. Really nice Ivoroid binding on the fingerboard, on the body, and obviously we're talking authentic, so it's got VTS Adirondack top and bracing. And then this is another thing that's a recent past, but still from the past. They do not use Madagascar rosewood anymore, but this is a brand new guitar with Madagascar rosewood.
And this is when they were using this as an alternative to Brazilian. So the originals in 1919 would have been Brazilian rosewood. As expensive as these can get, that's still cost prohibitive. But Madagascar has been a great stand-in for Brazilian, both in tone and as well as appearance.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so it looks the part. It sounds the part. Neck on this is really chunky in the nice way. It's got a nice kind of soft V going on. Do you remember what the nut width was?
This is 1 7/8.
Yeah. So 1 7/8, little wide compared to like 1 3/4.
Yeah.
But, they did, remember the 00028 slotted headstock?
The VS?
Yeah, the VS. That one also was 1 7/8 with a similar neck, but it was a little chunkier. And I know some people kind of in first position would have issues with it. This feels a lot more comfortable with this kind of more historic carve that's going on with it. And I made note before we started shooting about just the beautiful tuners that were on there. Everything about this guitar, if you like vintage guitars, checks pretty much every box.
And another era-specific accurate thing is there's no Martin logo on the headstock.
Yeah.
It's a stamp on the back.
Well, who were they competing with back then anyway?
I know. Yeah.
I do love this. This is a favorite thing of mine with Authentics, which
yeah.
is just like the old school price tag.
Yeah.
I love it. So
yeah, it's awesome. It feels great. It came in set up perfectly, and it sounds awesome.
we should listen to it.
Yeah.
So incredible guitar, absolutely incredible, understated, vintage correct, rare, and so rare that there isn't another NOS new old stock 1919 00030 authentic out there. I love everything about this guitar. I love the vintage appointments with the long saddle and the pyramid bridge and the snowflake inlays, and yeah, it's just a really phenomenal guitar and very light.
Very light.
I remember when it came in and I picked up the case. I was like, is it in the case?
That's just the case, yeah.
So,
I mean, that's the thing. If you have been looking at these or other authentics and stuff, we look at Reverb all the time. And, sometimes you can find some really nice used ones that are in near mint condition. But this is brand new. And after this one, then it's official that they're discontinued.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold the breath on taking it back. Then bring them back. If they do, they'd be different spec because there wouldn't be Madagascar.
Yeah.
This is really pretty Madagascar too.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Really, really pretty. So we got it. There's only one, and we're excited about it. And should either of us, Terry, and not take it home, you can get it on our website, which is
alamomusic.com.
And if you dig Martin's, we have some really cool stuff. That's just now hitting our dock that we're excited to tell you about here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure that you have already subscribed to this channel, turn on those notifications, because when we start letting everyone know about the stuff that's arriving,
there's going to be a frenzy.
Yeah, people outside the door trying to tear down get through the windows, dogs and cats living to get mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
So, but yeah, if you like this cool stuff, make sure you subscribe and you keep coming back, and we'll keep showing it to you. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.